Welcome to On the Road. I'm Allison Kosik, and I'm here at the AI Summit in New York, now in its second year. We're talking to industry leaders about the latest developments in AI-driven change. The AI Summit New York is in its second year. How are you seeing it different this year compared to last year?
Yeah, I think the big change over the last year is that people have had a year of experience in using AI in the real world applications. Last year at this time, we were talking about acronyms and all the technology jargon, and now we have a year of proof. We know what it's capable of doing, which is very cool to see.
Typically, EY is out there helping clients develop and implement new tech solutions. How is EY using these emerging technologies to transition itself?
Yeah, our clients always expect us to help them navigate disruption. So when new technologies come on board, they want us to work with them to harness them, to take advantage of them. This is very unique because AI is actually disrupting knowledge itself, and that's our core business, it's what we do. So they expect us to help them figure out how we've disrupted ourselves, how we've adopted the technology, so that they can use us as a blueprint.
I've heard that AI fatigue is entering the picture. What are you seeing?
Yeah, that's correct. I think our surveys show something like 50% of customers are expressing fatigue as an inhibitor to adoption of AI. And really what that means in organizations is that they're struggling to figure out how to connect their day-to-day work with the long-term business value.
But what's the solution to AI fatigue?
I think a solution to AI fatigue, in part, is really about leadership and sticking with a plan and having an overall strategy. On a day-to-day basis, you may have ups and downs, but knowing where your true north is and where you're headed and having leadership follow that, I think is critical to long-term success.
We've heard a lot of big names on stage at the AI Summit New York. Who do you think is getting it right?
Interesting question. It's still early stages in how Gen AI will roll out across the entirety of a business. Our recent AI Pulse survey showed us some interesting things. The companies who have redirected at least 5% or more of their current IT budget into Gen AI are outperforming their peers and getting an increase in ROI.
That's interesting. So I've heard many EY speakers at the summit mention the client zero approach. What exactly does that mean?
Simply put, Client Zero is our own adoption story. First and foremost, we're leading with proof, not promises. So we're engaged in deploying these capabilities across the entirety of our business. We're learning some really hard lessons, like how to get AI into the hands of all of our people, how to build up skill and acumen on how to use it safely, and how to really ensure that our people are well schooled in what works and what doesn't work in their day-to-day operations.
What's stopping people from realizing the dream of AI?
We are celebrating 2 years of Gen AI as of a few weeks back. And just like our human babies, there's a lot of excitement when they come on board, and then you get to the terrible twos, and all of a sudden you get a healthy dose of reality. Moving forward a year from now, we need a lot more advancements in AI middleware. The ability to actually have a composite tech stack that you can adopt at scale in a safe and responsible way.
Could you share with us the type of hurdles that organizations are grappling with when it comes to AI these days?
The first is your foundational elements in what you must do, things around regulatory compliance. Think of EU Data Act. In the US, the various state regulations that have been put out either directly at AI or as part of broader regulatory mandates that incorporate elements of AI. The second is what you should do. Partnerships with things like the NIST Consortium, the Coalition for Secure AI, and really bringing the private and public sector together for that diversity of thought. And then lastly, what you could do, things that are really good for society, partnerships with universities, NGOs, and really bring it outside of private and public sector thinking into the mix.
Why has responsible AI become such a focal point?
Responsible AI is top of mind to every business executive. We just released the EY Pulse survey. More than 50% of business executives believe responsible AI is top of mind. It jumped 8 points to 61%. Responsible AI is front and center and will be a theme for 2025.
What's next for AI? What do you see in the year ahead?
Like the last 12 months, there'll be a ton of change. And with the new administration in the US, there will likely be more regulation around AI and its use. And from a consumer perspective, expectations will only continue to grow Customers will expect businesses to give greater transparency into how they leverage AI technologies, what they plan to do with them, and how they bring the ecosystem together, putting their employees and their customers at the center.
This has been On the Road at the AI Summit in New York. Thanks for watching.